our new Geo Expansion program that we've been rolling out this year. I manage the strategy and execution of this program worldwide and have been working on it for about the last 7 months, kicking it off and really helping it to launch across the globe. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We've noticed that there's this definite shared opportunity to improve the experience for our partners. In a lot of conversations I've had with partners in the last few months, we've noticed that there really isn't a consistent and guided experience when any of our partners want to go expand their solution and their business into new markets outside of where they perhaps started in a host country. And so we thought that it would be really helpful to create a program that with something that would be consistent and predictable to help our partners navigate that process to make the right connections with Microsoft as you expand into new markets. We know from a business definition perspective, expansion typically means adding a new brick and mortar location to a new geographic area. But we know for our ISV partners and all of our partners, it's a lot more complex than just opening a location in a headquarters. There's a lot more of a nuanced set of needs that need to happen in order to make it very successful for you. So with that, there are 3 ways that we look to help provide support and help you scale your solution into those new markets. First of all, we do this through helping you activate the right go-to-market services that are included as part of your marketing benefits when you are a member of our Microsoft Partner Network. We help you do this to refine your value proposition and drive visibility of your solution, both to the Microsoft seller community as well as to customers directly through our services. Next, we help you engage to make those right connections with key stakeholders in those new markets that you're looking to expand into. You may have the right channel managers or the right sellers that you're engaged with around strategic opportunities that you have in your host country. You may be working with a partner development manager who is helping you navigate some of those conversations and making the introductions. But that gets a lot harder when you go into a new market. So we provide information and guidance to help you make those connections. And finally, to really grow your presence, there are key opportunities, communities, and events that you should engage in, and we provide you information of how to engage so that you, again, scale the visibility of your solution to those Microsoft sellers as well as to customers. So we do that through a set of services that cross these 3 target areas. Now, as we think about what that formula looks like to succeed for our partners, we have a set of requirements where we ask for you as the partner to commit across a number of different areas. And then with that, you receive a set of services to help you. So if we start along this left-hand first column here, where we provide digital breadth engagement for our partners, we're looking to engage at this time any partner who's an ISV that has a co-sell ready solution in your host country where you do business today. We also want to know that you have a solution that's listed in the marketplace or an app source that is actively available for our customers. We also strongly encourage our partners to at least be on the path to becoming co-sell ready for that target market that you're looking to land in. That's really important to help drive that shared co-sell experience. And then, of course, really important to have those customer references that you can highlight your success to Microsoft sellers and to have a really strong value proposition identified through a set of marketing bill of materials. If you meet those basic requirements, and we'll talk at the end of how you go about becoming engaged, we then activate you as a partner through an activation webinar, through a playbook that gives detailed guidance and information. We highlight go-to-market services that will help you accelerate your motion to land in that target market. And then we also provide specific local information for that target market that you're looking to land in. So let's say you are located in the UK, but you want to move into the US. We provide guidance and information around events, partner community calls that you should sign up for and participate in, perhaps newsletters or campaigns that you should be aware of, where you can highlight your solution and start engaging and driving your go-to-market motion in the US. So that all sits at the breadth digital level of engagement, and we provide that engagement for all partners who meet that initial set of activation requirements. Now, some partners, as you go through the nomination process, you can identify your commitment level around how many co-sell wins you would like to drive. Perhaps you have a target list of critical strategic accounts that you're looking to go after. And then if you also identify a commitment to drive Azure consumed revenue and funding for go-to-market activities in that target market, that information can drive consideration to be invited to a depth engagement, where we would support you with a local partner development manager for a limited time to help you do co-sell pipeline reviews, invite you to specific events, and help you with introductions to channel managers, perhaps by a particular vertical or a solution area, where you can then look at strategic opportunities to co-sell in. We also may then, through that depth engagement, provide support with our marketing advisor for that target market to help you understand some of the additional unique campaigns and to drive some go-to-market activities. This is definitely a limited experience for a subset of partners that engage in this program. So I would caution everyone to understand that this is not something to necessarily expect. But if you have a strong nomination and you are doing a lot of great co-sell activity already started in that target market, that can increase your chances to be invited for that short-term engagement with a PDM and or a PMA. This overall experience is a 6-month time frame where we support you at the activation digital level, and then if you get invited into the depth level for that support through a PDM and a PMA. There's some guidance I always provide partners to think about to prepare for Geo Expansion, whether through our motion or directly on your own. Thinking about how to engage with Microsoft sellers and really attract their attention means figuring out your proposal and your plan and answering some of these critical questions, identifying who your customers are and what your value proposition is for your solution, and making sure you differentiate it against any of the competition out there where there might be partners who offer something similar, really helps sellers to understand how they could work with you and how to position you with customers that they're already engaged in. Another piece of guidance I always provide partners is to think about taking this assessment, and you can see the link down here at the bottom. It's a free assessment, and it helps you determine if your business strategy is fully articulated and robust across 4 different stages of how you land into a new market. It evaluates and scores your strengths across planning, preparation work, your entry plan, and then your future expansion plans. And then it gives you sort of a green, yellow, red scoring across those different target areas. From that, you can request a 30-minute consultation with a supplier who can help you understand those results, and then you can determine your next steps, perhaps to close any gaps in this plan. So if you think you might be ready to expand, there's a few key steps I always recommend for everyone to consider doing. And it's also important to look at and think about where you want to expand into. Today, we're live across the US and Western Europe. We're also live in Australia, Canada, UK, Central and Eastern Europe, Latin America, and the Middle East Africa regions. So if you want to expand into a country, into any of these particular regions, we're ready to help you with that process today. We're looking to launch in January for these 6 remaining regions. And at that point, we'll be globally ready to support our partners. Now, there is a nomination process that we would require you to go through. We would recommend that you reach out to your partner development manager to complete the nomination form for you. They act as your sponsor into the program. From there, as long as you meet our activation level of requirements that I walked through earlier, we then kick you off with that digital breadth engagement and invite you to an activation webinar and provide you a lot of in-depth additional resources. Ahead of doing that nomination process, if we go backwards up to step 1 here, take that readiness assessment if you really haven't started your Geo Expansion journey yet, just to see if your strategy is ready or if there are areas where you might want to do some additional work. We also have an overview playbook that you can go download at the link here, and that gives you a lot of best practices, guidance, and insights where we believe it can help you think through your process. And one of those key things that we ask about and provide you guidance in the playbook is whether this is something you would want to do directly by adding a new location with your own sellers, your own deployment services, and your own marketing engine in that target country, or if you would prefer to be doing this through expanding a partner channel. Perhaps your business is done through partners in different areas, in which case, as part of that playbook, we identify and provide you information about a connected program called our Partner to Partner program. So definitely would want you to look at that and think about what your strategy would be. If you've gotten those steps done, work with your partner development manager, build out your business case for what you want to do with Geo Expansion. And I would definitely encourage subscribing to our Geo Expansion community, where we post regular webinar opportunities, new resources, partners share some of their best practices, and we can help engage with any guidance or additional support that you might need. From there, you can work with your PDM to get nominated, and you can also reach out to our alias there, geoexp@microsoft.com, if you have specific questions or need help with some specific ideas that you have around Geo Expansion, and we're ready to help you at any point with that. So with that, I've covered all of the basics and how this program works, what we're doing today. We have 135 partners active in our program at this time. About 10% of those are in the depth engagement level, while the remainder are really activating a lot of go-to-market services and taking advantage of the resources that we have available today. Where I'd like to go next is to see if there are any questions anyone might have that we can help answer today. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone's time walking through our Geo Expansion program. I really hope to see some of your names as you join us in our program, and looking forward to working with you. Thank you so much.
Wendy, sorry, I just see a question that popped up in the chat. It says, is this also available for CSV partners?
That's a very excellent question. Today, we're very focused on our ISV partner channel. It's been the initial priority. Typically, our ISV partners, the engagement and process is very straightforward. We will be then opening this up for additional partner channels and partner types, including CSPs, services providers, in the 2020 year timeframe. It will likely be January onward that we'll be opening that up, and I will announce when we have that ready.
Awesome, thank you so much. And I see on the community post there are no questions for now.
Great.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.